Hello, how's it going, boys? What's up? So it's back once again for yet another character impression. Yeah, aren't you guys glad it's not Fidel? I am. I know there's probably quite a few of you are really looking forward to see Fidel in this banner, but I actually don't. So I can happily Spark Leech without having any worries of not getting any of the raid up characters. So yeah, alright. So anyways, we have Satyr. This was all announced in GBFS, so let's just get right into it. Satyr is Earth. She has 1765 HP, 6375 attack. She's healer, primal, harp, saber, Feltronen. Massive earth damage to a full 15% boost to Satyr's charge bar. One Twinkle Star! Alright, what the hell's a Twinkle Star? I guess I'll find out later. Passion Show. Caster can normal attack. 80% damage reduction. Sharp boost to hostility at the end of turn. 15% boost to Earth's allies charge bar. Boost to CA specs. Stackable. Gains Passion Show. Lasts for 5 fucking turns. Green Border, Innocent Heart. Restores caster's HP. 2 turn cut to debuff durations. Affects all allies upon consuming 1 Twinkle Star. Oh, that only applies on Ogi. So she only gets that thing on Ogi. Vector to the Sky. Earth damage to all foes hit to attack, defense stackable. Remove 1 buff. So that's a Dispel. She looks like shit already so far. Primal Vocalist. When a foe uses a special attack, activate Innocent Heart. 1 turn cut to Satyr's skill cooldowns. So I guess that's what's supposed to supposedly help full auto. Okay, sure. So she only gets 1 turn cut to all skill cooldowns whenever a foe uses a special attack. Sure. Primal Slaps. 1 Twinkle Star to Satyr upon being targeted by a foe, or when an Earth ally uses a charge attack. Max is 9 stacks. Consume 2 Twinkle Stars and activate vectors through the sky at the end of turn. Okay, maybe it's not so bad after all, but it's still pretty bad though. Okay, so yeah, this one's 10%, right? Healing cap is 2000. Passion Show is how much? Passion Show is... So the hostility thing is guaranteed, is like a sub, right? I suppose. CA specs is 10% damage and 5% cap. Okay. Up to 100% damage and 50% cap. That looks like whatever. Yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, it has like 4 turns cooldown, but like you can press it manually, so what's the point? It's like, yeah, you can essentially, you know, use this with this, but I'm not too sure about that though. She looks kinda... I'm not even sure how to say it, but she looks pretty A. Selenius. Oh, that's an actual sword, alright. Hit to defense stackable. Big garrison, wow, small enmity. Not even follow me break yet. Ew. She has 1 CA cap, 1 skill cap. Wow. Earth attack, debuff success, 2 healing, 1 Ogi damage, 2 HP, 2 attack, 2 defense. I mean, her EMP is alright though. Yeah, her EMP is okay. Just grab all these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Done. Technically, you don't really need that, I suppose. You can grab for that instead. She does have quite a bit of HP too, so I don't think you really need HP for her. Her raw HP is relatively high. Yeah, her EMP is kind of nice, but not like it really matters because her character looks pretty whatever. Yeah. It's like, yeah, this one's kind of... her second skill is kind of nice because, you know, it still auto-casts. So technically, it will still affect all allies because you're not really using it that often. So you're not really consuming a lot of Twinkle Stars, so you can essentially reserve your so-called Twinkle Stars to your this thingy, you know, so you auto cast this instead rather than this. So it's okay. Other than that, seems kind of whatever. Yeah, seems pretty whatever. I wouldn't really... I mean, yeah, you can kind of use her in Super Baja, but I don't see why you want to use her. Lena is like way better anyway. Because it's not like she has all ally sub anyway. So it's not like you're gonna kill her, you're gonna be able to kill her off. So it's not... Yeah, you know, it's not that great. Because a lot of times you want to go through like specific trigger as Earth from what I've seen so far is like... You want to kill them off. You know? You want to kill them off so you can like swap to a different character or some shit. That or you just kill them off and immediately bringing them back in. Or something. You know? Not really focus on keeping them there all the time. But yeah, she's not going to be able to do that. You can still kind of use her, but like... I feel like if you're using her, right? You're definitely not going to be able to take that what's that 75% trigger though. The 75% trigger for Super Baja is just gonna kill, it'll still kill your team though, because that one, if I recall correctly, requires all ally subs, some shit. And hers is basically kind of works like 6, kind of works like Monkey as well, you know, where it just gives you like basically full hostility on herself, but it's not really a all ally kind of sub kind of thing. It's like a normal sub, but they don't call it a normal sub because there's no extra defense out of that or some shit, because she already has, well, this. So it's not that great. I would still prefer Lena in a way for that specific scenario, rather, if you're actually planning to use a specific healer slash supporter kind of character for Super Baja, just because that Lena just allows you to clear every turn. It just allows you to have very consistent clears and heals, and the heal amount is the same, I think, similar as hers, because this one is 2k, right? Yeah, it's 2k, and like you do get like the 2-turn cut to casters debuff durations, but I don't think that really matters. I mean, yeah, it kind of works because, you know, it can kind of help you to get rid of like some annoying zombie or whatever shit, but still, I would still prefer Lena altogether because she's essentially clearing rather than, you know, this, because most of the time I would only say that the only time this is ever useful is when you're actually going through that, when you're really just taking it raw 75. Like, you eat that 40k plain damage to your team, because if you do that, your entire team gets strong arm, which means you cannot get healed and cannot be removed. But because you have her, you have this, right? So this allows you to get from 6 turns to maybe like to 4 or 2 turns. Because essentially speaking, because you do get this, right? So it auto triggers once already, and then you cast it again, so it's technically 4 turns reduction already. So that's really the only good thing I see out of that. You know? Because 6 turns strong arm is very, very painful. You know? That's why a lot of times it's a lot safer, like for that specific strat, right? Is so much safer if you aim for, like, if you're using like Summer Alex or some shit, where if you have an all ally sub, you have just sacrifice one character, you just immediately revive the character the next turn and bam, you're back. You know? Simple as that. Yeah? That's why like a lot of times if you're using Lena, you can do that, right? So that's why you have to sit back. You know? You have to sit back that 75% and skip that 75% trigger. But for her, I feel like you can go through, but you have to eat that 40,000 damage, plain damage raw to everyone. Which kinda sucks, you know? Yeah, because you can't pot or anything for like at least 2 turns, so that's still gonna be pretty rough, so yeah. Other than that, it's like yeah, I mean, she's more like a full auto character in any way anyway. Like, yeah, end of the day, I think it's just more of a full auto character. Full auto will just cast this, yeah, whatever, who cares. Just let her take everything and just boost to everyone's, you know, that shit, sure. Because you are able to, if you're doing full auto strat, you are able to consistently get Twinkle Star every turn. Because she is getting targeted, right? Isn't that what it means? Yeah. So as long as she gets targeted, so in other words, this skill, when she have this skill activated, she always get at least one Twinkle Star. I mean, you do get one extra Twinkle Star when she Ogis, but if you have this up, she always gets one Twinkle Star no matter what, because she has, well, full... Technically a normal sub, but yeah, you get the idea. But yeah, other than that, she's just very, very, like, I don't know, mediocre at best. So, it's pretty much whatever. Standard full auto character doesn't really do much in OTK in any other given situation. Her HP is super high. Her attack is relatively low, but it's not really a big problem these days. Like for attack stats usually, right? If you're maybe like the character's stats, raw stats, attack wise, if it's like around 5,000 to 6,000 these days, it's actually not that bad anymore. Because you have so much shit that increases your stats that allows you to go above like 10k relatively easy. Because usually like once you hit above 10k, you should be fine already. Like if you're still not above 10k yet, then yeah, you might have some problems on the character maybe, but nah, it's not going to be that bad. Because end of the day, she's not that type of character anyway. She's not going to be attacking most of the time because this is a 7-turn cooldowns, right? 7 turns cooldown lasts for 5 turns. So essentially, she only attacks 2 turns. If you're putting full auto on her, right? She's only gonna move for 2 turns at most. And then the rest of the time, she's just gonna be chilling and rocking out or whatever. I don't know what the hell is her idle animation or some shit. But yeah, I think that's really all about it. All I can say for her, because she's really not much else I can say, to be honest. Yeah, she's just very mediocre. Like, yeah, she has that, sure, but it's not gonna get reduced that much unless it's like, I don't know, you bring her to Far or some shit. Yeah, I guess if you think about it, putting her in Far is pretty damn good. To a certain extent, yeah. Far is pretty nice. But that's really about it. It's like, these days, like, I feel like a lot of times you just say to public and say, oh, let's do normal strat, normal Far runs, man. People will go like, ugh, cringe, dude. Imagine not doing fucking Luca Far, man. You know? Well, yeah, so there you have it. Anyways, I'm done. Thanks for watching. I will see you guys on the next one. Yeah. Okay, bye.